Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HaLacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Friday, 12th day of July, 9th day of Tamuz. We are about a week and 2 days away from the 3 weeks, and the 3 weeks mark a time of sadness from when the walls were penetrated outside of Jerusalem, leading up to the destruction of the temple, to the 9th of Av when the temple was destroyed. So generally, here are some of the laws of the 3 weeks. We curtail our enjoyment during the 3 weeks because we're observing that time of sadness in between these Bein Hamatzarim, between the tragedies. So one of the things that we will do is we will not have live dancing and music and things of the sort. Going to a concert would certainly be inappropriate during this time. Listening to music is generally frowned upon. Those of you who like to listen to music while you're driving and you say, I'm not really going to a concert and having enjoyment, I'm just distracting myself, actually staying awake at the wheel. Well, you're supposed to try to curtail that too, if at all possible. If you feel like, well, it's absolutely unsafe for me to drive without music on, speak to your rabbi. Because in general, we try to curtail our listening to music during this time. Playing music, generally also that's frowned upon. To those who need to practice their music or those who need to play music because it's part of their living, like they play music for non-Jews or they give lessons or something, speak to your rabbi. There may be leniencies, especially earlier in the 3 weeks. Also, we won't be taking haircuts or shaves or those general kinds of things during the 3 weeks because they also symbolize a kind of happiness, and we want to curtail from that also. If a young couple needs to be engaged, engagements are allowed to take place even with a Seuda. They are allowed to take place right up until the beginning of the 9 days, so beginning of the 3 weeks until the beginning of the 9 days. If an engagement has to take place during the 9 days itself, that too is permitted because that is something that's very important. Although the Suda and some of the wild jubilation, should be curtailed somewhat, but the engagement could take place even during the 9 days. An engagement on the fasts themselves, that's generally frowned upon, and no weddings are scheduled during these 3 weeks. Thanks for logging on. Have a great Shabbos and log on again after Shabbos for more. Bye-bye.